All right, guys, welcome back to episode 5 of the podcast. I have 2 new hosts with me. This is Trey, kind of my best friend sometimes. He was in Juicy, Troubles, basically every project I ever had, and of course season 4 of Juicy.
Anybody got a problem with that?
Nah, just give me the word.
Say no more then. It's good.
That's a real
And
friend.
then we have Makiba, who, what were you in? Season 1, 2. What's up? What's up? Get over. Yo, why, Don? Let's get into some of the topics for today. We're going to talk about George Floyd, the protests, the riots, the blackout on, Blackout Tuesday, Trump versus China, and how he's going to cut off all the trade agreements, and then, the class of 2020, the fact that they're not having a graduation. So, and then we're going to spin it up. We're going to spice it up, Dad, because I want to talk about something else later today. But, Trey, how do you feel about George Floyd and the protests?
Prosecutors say Officer Derek Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, including 2 minutes and 53 seconds after Floyd had become unresponsive.
This is not the first. Rioting has worked in some events. Is it the best? I don't really think so, but this is our emotions, this is our anger, our frustration. You can't really tell someone how to show their emotions when they enraged and been enraged for so long. Me myself, I feel like, you can't, it's gonna take everybody to say something together in order for something to really make a movement, to make a change. Like, one person saying something isn't really gonna spark anything. Everybody needs to move together as a unit. Mm-hmm. Just need to strategize, plan out before you make movements. Don't just act on your emotions.
Okay. Makiba, thoughts?
Yeah, I feel the same with Trey. Just coming from African American heritage and just being upset that, they're killing another black man or another black female or a kid. That could be anybody's, brother, uncle, cousin. So it just builds up a lot of emotion because it's like, all right, you killed another black man, but they want us to be quiet. So it's just like, no, we're not going to, no justice, no peace. So it's just, now everybody's rioting all over the country, so it's like they didn't even expect for this big of an impact, So it's just crazy how it really spiraled out.
A wall of police emerged to disperse protesters. As tear gas was fired, a panicked crowd quickly scattered. Police had warned a violation of curfew would not be tolerated, and they swiftly descended.
Look at them shooting. I know y'all see them. Look at them.
For me, when I went to protests and when I used to lead the protests, that feeling of black unity when you're downtown on 14th Street and there's other black people and, other races are there too.
We want justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want justice? When do we want it? Now! When do we want it?
It's just so great to feel the unity, and and I love it so much, and when I was at the protest, we had someone, sometimes myself and other people as well who were older, or knew more on the subject, would speak and give direction. It would be like, you're at the protest now. It's not like nowadays with the clout chasing, you just have somebody with a whole bunch of followers talking and have somebody record it. No, it's somebody telling you directions. Buy black. If you're of age with no felonies, be a cop or buy a legal gun or things like that. Like when we were at the protest, they were telling us things and uplifting us. Whereas now it's spiraled into something else. I can't say that I agree with the riots, but burn it down. I don't have a problem with that. As long as it's not a black owned business, burn it down. And what happened, a few days ago in Fordham. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's being burnt down. What matters?
The White House.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's obviously not going to be easy. Let's really be, let's be smart about it. How's is that gonna work? You know, it's opportunity. These are opportunists that have hijacked the movement, which is okay, like I said, because they killed a black man and we protest. But this is something big, it's something good, because you killed a black man, it's a riot over here, it's something over there. So it's so many things sparking over the country, and this is like the first time we've had something like that in a long time, and I love it. Okay, I love it. And like I said, again, the people in Fordham, calm down. You know, I go to Fordham all the time. I'm trying to get my ponytails, earrings, a whole lot of things. And if you guys are burning your own community, it makes no sense. You know, go to the other communities and do that.
Y'all done been in the folks' store taking that shit. Them people got a family. That shit not right. Gucci ain't did shit to y'all. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. They racist, whatever. I don't want to hear that shit. They ain't did shit to y'all.
Oh, man, this.
But yeah, I do like how, you know, social media is reacting to it. I love the riots. I love the protesting. I love everything. You know, Black Lives Matter. I have a black shirt on. I'm wearing something from a black-owned business by Love Gems. That's my friend Sheen. I went to high school with her. When you are at protests, somebody who is educated or has like a plan, please go to the front. They'll let you go. Go to the front and tell people what to do next, because you guys just gathering up and marching and being angry is okay, but what's next? You know, boycott and things like that. So we're going to segue into, still on this subject, but a little different, into like leaders. Like, who do we think are our leaders like right now? Like, if we have any upcoming leaders that you guys feel comfortable or feel that are like, strong enough to lead us. Makiba, anybody?
I still look into as Obama and like Will Smith.
I'm sorry?
I said Obama and Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I mean, because he has a good, like, he's a big influencer, so I feel like he has a lot to say as well. So
I was just saying how dangerous it is to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. And it's kind of like looking into a broken mirror. You're going to look in a broken mirror and then change your face to try to look good in this defiled, busted, broken mirror. And it just, other people's opinions is a really shitty way to determine how we feel about ourselves.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
You have a caller,
you know?
a live caller.
I'm dead.
Yes, we can hear you, but we're doing a podcast right now, so.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Dino.
so long-standing joke. Everybody ordered cookies from Makiba in March.
This is Bino.
At our juicy brunch. March.
Listen.
It is now June.
Listen.
And I literally told everybody, don't buy cookies because you're not going to get them. And then what happened?
But you got a box of cookies. Everybody, listen,
Makiba,
listen.
who? Me?
My
I paid
daughter,
you?
listen,
Did I pay you?
I'm on the mic.
No.
Let me not be
I'm
months
sick.
ago,
Yo, because the
we
Girl
been
Scouts
waiting.
is out here wilding.
We didn't know how big
I'm
the
looking for my
corona
trefoils.
pandemic was going to be. So they paused the shipping on the cookies, but the cookies will be here in a couple of weeks. Okay? It's not my fault.
No way.
You
I
get
have
sued.
letters.
Way,
No,
bro.
do not
Sued.
sue me. I have letters, okay? So my daughter, her 4th grade cookie troop, we do have cookies. Thank you for the support of the Juicy Cast and everybody else that bought cookies. You can still actually buy cookies off of the link on my Instagram.
That we ain't never get.
Yes, please
It's
follow.
been 2 months.
No, but now we're up and running. We're getting it. So stop.
March,
Back
April.
away.
Don't do that to my daughter.
Oh, God.
Don't do
Trey.
that.
What?
As far as new leaders,
I can't
Oh,
breathe,
my
bro.
God.
Why?
leaders, I say it would be ourselves if we just took the stand. I don't really look up to nobody else. I'd rather look up to ourselves. I'd rather us be the new leaders, us as the new movements.
So can you be a leader?
I mean, yeah, but
But what? Do you see yourself being a leader? Do you see yourself being able to control the crowd? Because I believe that you can.
yeah,
I believe that you have influence over people. I believe that you can do that. I believe that we all can.
We all can. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather ourselves be the leaders, the newfound leaders that make the new movements, that find the new waves to deal with negativity and racism and all of that. But like I was saying, one person mind isn't the same as everybody else's. One judgment isn't the same as everybody else. To be able to influence somebody to see your view of a story, that's one thing. A lot of people don't try to see it like that if they don't see actions and results right away. That's why you see us rioting, because they not seeing no actions. And you see how long it took for them to arrest the other dude, the other cops that was involved, that they say were involved.
Always.
They waited till all of this happened to finally say that they got the other. Now all 4 officers are getting repercussions. Like, it takes for a violent
all of
outbreak
this, and I love it.
Results.
Burn it down.
Yeah, I'm with it.
You know,
I'm with all the smoke.
For me, I would consider myself a leader. Like I said, I've led protests before, but it wasn't on purpose. Like, you know, like when I led a protest, it was we were marching to the Staten Island ferry and the cops were coming, so we had to break up. And I know people from 14th Street is watching this. Like, I remember that. We was lit. We broke up. And they were like, all right, meet us at the Staten Island ferry. And I knew what that was. I was dating somebody in Staten Island at that time. So I had to lead everybody to the ferry because I knew how to get there. Next thing you know, I'm in the front and I'm NYPD, KKK. How many kids did you kill today? Like, just you know, it was so like, it was so surreal, you know, because I didn't expect myself to be in front like that. But I think like I hate to just give that leader title out. But I think there are a few maybe aspiring or upcoming people with power and influence. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Risa Islam. My dad told me to follow him, so I started following him.
The blackout is primarily to focus on sharing and encouraging and building between us as a people. It is for sharing Black-owned businesses, Black-owned activists, Black-owned community organizers and people doing things in the community right now. Black-owned, I say Black-owned, I'm saying black.
Hocus for fifth. He's in Juicy.
Something is wrong, y'all. Something is up. Never before in history have they thrown a whole kitchen sink at us at once. And that's what they're doing right now. Think about it.
Hassan Campbell.
To all of the people who peacefully protest, congratulations for standing up and fighting for something. Please don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. Antifa crept in and sponsored the destruction of many hoods to react.
Where are the guns at? And I'm not asking for anyone to hurt anybody. I'm not advocating any of that. This is what I'm saying. We were just having and still having a problem with gun violence in our community. Gang members nationwide are still presently banging on each other. But right now, with this riot, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Where are the gang members meditating? Where the hell are the gang members?
Willie
D of the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah,
I don't really know too much about him. I just know that he's always like, you know, with fighting for power and things like that. But I do know that I like seeing stuff like that. I like when people keep us informed because I just get so tired of people telling us what's wrong, Black on Black crime, da da da. And while we're here for a moment, let me just say something. Black on Black crime does not exist. It is crime of proximity. Right. You engage, whether it's good, bad, positive, or negative, with the people who are in your proximity, in your area, around you. I cannot slap Obama because I'm never going to see Obama, but I can slap you. You know what I mean? And I think that people need to stop comparing Black on Black crime to racial injustices. It's not the same. Yeah, we're dying, but it's not the same. And I need you guys to just go research that term and other things like it. And I told you that we're going to make today a little bit black, so I just want to ask you guys, how do you feel about the rioting on like Fordham and like stuff like that? Like, because it's so close.
Business owners in disbelief.
I'm black. Tell them, look what you did to my store.
When the sun came up, volunteers showed up to help clean. Tuesday afternoon, Musa Sissoho's family paid a few $100s to have their sneaker store on East Fordham Road boarded up, and then they spray painted the front.
We just want to protect ourselves. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
And Soho.
When you told me that was news to me.
I couldn't believe it.
Like,
I showed you the video?
Nah, that's why I said what was the topic. I need to see
I can't
this.
show you. I'm going to show you.
The cop got beat up on Fordham. Now listen, I'm not for us beating up the cops, but if it's wrong, if it's police brutality or you taking advantage of your badge and your gun and, you know, you think you the law. You're not the law. You just enforce the law. So when they start telling us that they the law and all that, listen, my mother retired law enforcement. I ain't hearing none of that. You're not the law. You just enforce it. You don't make these rules. You just supposed to enforce it. Go by the guidelines like everybody else. Period.
They're
You ain't got
abusing
no
it.
right to put your hands on nobody.
At all.
You ain't got no right to punch nobody in their face. You ain't got no right to pepper spray us and pull our masks down and pepper spray us when we got a mask
Crazy.
on. Like, yo, y'all
Especially if
bugging,
you
y'all
standing
abusing y'all
still.
rights. And the fact that we got all these cameras now, y'all still feel y'all could do this in front of the camera. Y'all, I'm telling you, that cop that got his behind spanked. Hey, yo, listen, man.
Take the L for the team, homie.
Take the L for the blue and white,
What?
man. Like, cause you know how many of y'all spanked us and we ain't do nothing. We can't do
Nothing.
nothing because y'all shoot
got
us.
it bad.
Y'all would shoot us out of fear because y'all can't handle the hands
Can't
when the
fight.
hands is put on y'all. Period.
OT Wilder. OT Wilder, yeah.
So let's talk about Trump. So many things with him. I mean, really,
What's
we
up
could talk
with him
about.
talking about we not partnering with the World Health Organization anymore.
Mhm.
Like, come on, my guy.
He's just being
Seriously.
selfish.
But you see, they said that China was only paying $4 billion, and we were paying like 400 million.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
China was
yeah,
paying
yeah.
4 million, and we were paying like
4
400
billion.
million.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
OD.
Yeah.
That's what? That's OD. Like that's some under the table. Here you go. I mean, you know, kind of thing. So.
I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I want to talk about his photo op, that situation that he did in front of the White House. Trey, you could tell us about that, please.
Before we started shooting the broadcast for the podcast, we was talking about
I am your president of law and order and an ally of all peaceful protesters.
he felt that the media broadcasted him being rushed to a bunker so fast that portrayed him as a sucker, as a coward. Like, man,
He's a president.
This
Come on.
this is the presidency. This happened to presidents before you. This will happen with many presidents after you. Like, you are not special, man. Well, you are special. You definitely are special, baby. But he went after that. What he did was the protesters that was in front of the White House, which was on like Lafayette Square or Lafayette something. That's right across from this church that I'm about to tell you about. They were protesting. He gave them 3 very brief warnings, and 10 minutes later started pepper spraying, shooting people with rubber bullets. All for him to be able to walk across the street with so much ample space and an opportunity for him to get a photo op holding the Bible.
Yeah, Google it. I always have mixed feelings about Trump. Nobody really likes my opinion on it, so I'm not even gonna go too far with it. But I think that's crazy. I also think that it's crazy that he's trying to like cut off trade with China because obviously I get my lashes from China, you know, to sell to you guys. So it's like, are we really about to cut this off? What am I supposed to do with my business? You know, so that's really big for all my people that buy like hair or do-rags or really whatever you buy. Everything is made in China. There's like an episode on The Office, I don't know if you watched that, where Michael is like, he comes in the office like, oh God, oh this China. This is made in China. Oh, my phone is made. And it's true. Like, there's so many things that's made in China. What are we supposed to do?
China is going to pass us as the #1 global superpower. When did that happen?
Is this the first you've heard of China? Do you not keep up with world events?
The last time I checked, America was on top in everything.
The president is like a child at times. Like, kids get mad and then they just do outlandish things, like knock something on the floor. I'm just gonna do this and I'm just gonna do that. And it's like, bro, can you think about how we're not gonna have anything in this country because you want to play games with these people? And I just feel like it's ridiculous. But yeah, Makiba, what do you think?
I just feel like he's selfish and he's all about himself. So he's just trying to play both sides at the end of the day.
What do you mean?
First, he said that he was mad at China for the coronavirus, but then you still wanted to trade with them. Then now you don't want to trade with them. So it was like you're going back and forth. So it's just like
He does what's beneficial for him.
Yeah, always. That's very true. That's enough about him though, because it's not even about this podcast.
That's why everybody needs to go
like
vote
that.
2020. I ain't trying to have him as my president right now.
Literally.
I didn't vote on the last segment.
Oh, man.
Anyway, how do you guys feel about the class of 2020 not being able to graduate? Like, for me, but listen, for me, somebody who, I went to college, of course, obviously, I have a bachelor's, maybe a master's soon, but we'll see. But when I went to college, the most important part for me, like, I feel like every person that went to college knows, like, bro, we just got to make it to graduation. Like, you know, that's like our, like, salvation. So to take that from them, like a physical graduation, like, it's just just so like this. It's sad. It's disheartening, you know, because it's like, man, I worked all these years for you to tell me, oh yeah, I'll mail it. I just feel like it's I don't like it because the graduation is supposed to be grandiose. It's like it's supposed to be this big thing. Like you've accomplished, you spent time in there, years, you know, it's a lot of people in your family that maybe didn't go to college, or you want to, you know, prove something to your family or even yourself. And I just feel like graduation is such a big thing just to be honored in that way, you know, like my grandpa ended up missing my college graduation. I was so sad, you know, because that was a big moment, but it wasn't just a big moment for me, it was a big moment for him and the rest of my family. So I feel like it's messed up because a lot of people, you know, they call family from out of town and, you know, stuff like that. So I just think it's messed up.
Yeah, that's how Florida felt. That's why some of the schools actually had their graduations on the beaches. Like they had to get their diplomas by jet ski.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
what?
My man
I
was
gotta
sitting
look
on
that
a
up.
speedboat, and he would have a grabber and hand each diploma with a grabber by each student that came on the jet ski. They had to have a life vest on and all that.
I like see.
Take their picture, be like, yeah, wave, run them back.
I like that. No, I like that. That right there is nice.
Yeah, that was dope. You know, so some places are still doing the graduation.
Yeah.
Some of them are doing virtual. Some of them are doing like the kids go on the stage and the cars got to drive.
I like that. I saw one that almost made me cry, yo.
So, you know, not everybody is not actually feeling that, but for the people that are feeling it, yeah, that is corny because you know, some people have family members that everybody not gonna be here forever. None of us gonna be here forever. Some of us want our loved ones to see stuff like that, accomplishments that maybe a family member didn't achieve in the family, and you may be the first one. You can't get to enjoy that gift with your fam because of this, you know, this lockdown and all these situations that we in. You know, for them to say that the coronavirus is like you see, like when George when he got killed, briefly, you wasn't hearing anything about corona.
The coronavirus is like, all right, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
You know
and
what
just
I'm saying?
let,
Like it's always something. Like it's always something major, but then there's always something to contradict what's major. Like it's always something above it to make it seem like, oh, let them forget about that temporarily, because you know, as you see, we all rioting, nobody's wearing masks. So
they still wear masks.
Some of them, not everywhere, not all these rioters, not everybody, not every place. Some of them are still not wearing masks. And you know, with that being said, we all up around each other. The mask can only protect you for so much. I mean, if I got corona and we all wear masks, but we sitting right here next to each other and I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, how much do you think that mask is really going to protect us?
Some people are wearing masks, but social distancing is at a minimum.
There's no question there's a danger this could intensify the spread of the coronavirus.
U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams says he expects more coronavirus cases nationally due to the large gatherings.
My thing, I don't. Anyway, I was about to talk about coronavirus.
Strategize, prioritize, organize, and then we can mobilize.
I definitely wanted to say something about the graduation. So when you graduate from high school, college, anywhere, it's definitely a big achievement because, like you said, like not a lot of people graduated or even had that support. Because I know when I was in 12th grade, I was pregnant, and a lot of I had my first son.
I thought you said when you was 12.
No, when I was in 12th grade, I graduated from high school. But
that's what I thought you said. Really? I was like, what? Yo, I don't think you want to put that there.
So it's a lot of emotions when you're going from January till like whenever you graduate, May, June. It's like, okay, am I going to graduate? Do I have enough credits? You know, some people don't have that support. Some people either drop out or even even when you do your GED, you don't even have that type of support. So when I was in 12th grade, I was pregnant with my son. Nobody knew I was really pregnant. I would walk around the school. It was cold, so I had like my North Face on, whatever. I was still small, so you know I was top heavy. They didn't really, they wasn't messing with me. But so when I had my son in March, we just, I still, when I was pregnant, it was just a lot of emotions. Like I didn't want to graduate. I didn't even want to go to school. Like even though I had 3 classes because I was a senior, just those emotions running through. My mom was always there fighting, pushing me to go to school. So just that graduation, just walking the stage, walking the field, walking the beach, and seeing your family happy, clapping. It was just a great feeling. So I was glad I got my son, even though he was like, 3 months, 4 months old, he seen me walk the stage. So yeah, I was glad.
That's nice.
But, yeah, so 2020, class of 2020, we feel you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Congratulations. We're proud of you.
Yes, we're proud of you. I'll give you graduation in my house. We always have parties here.
Oh my God.
That's really our last topic for the day. But what I want to start doing is talking about, just before we go, just talk about juicy.
Blow your fucking head off. Kill a cop is over for you.
I just need my script, so you know.
I don't mind. I sent you a script, Trey, last month. You're getting. I'm sorry.
Show me where you sent it. I'm
on
on
Instagram.
The chat. I'm on the chat, and I ain't never.
I never send it in the chats because the chat. Anyway.
Well, you know, I never really use a script. This is natural. This is good.
So these are my new lashes, ladies. Bottle Girl lashes, $15. These are the ones that I'm wearing right now.
If you could do 15 for the links and drinks, why not spend it on these minks?
Exactly. Boom. And Makiba has them on as well. Those are the Video Vixen style lashes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Anything else you guys want to?
I mean, HBO Showtime. We gonna see y'all real soon, baby.
And if you need a nice, fine-looking, beautiful young actress, model.
I know you're not talking about you.
Yes, I'm talking about me, of course.
I want to be real with you, Makiba. Sometimes we need to work with you.
Cut it
like
here. All right, everybody watch.
Let's just be real on camera, like.
Stay
I know I look
practice.
good.
But thank you guys.
Bad things, good things.
That is it for the podcast today.
I need to do it now.
So
right,
stay
Trey,
black.
I look
That's
good.
it.
Right? Okay.
You cannot take Trey's opinion for anything. He's not no director.
CeeLo so made, bitch.